Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. It's Wednesday, even though my schedule on here says Thursday I'm supposed to be streaming. It's actually Wednesday, I just never updated that image. But I do kind of like the Tuesday, Thursday idea, so maybe we'll switch back to that next week. Doing it 2 days in a row for some reason just feels like too much for me. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, today we are trying to finish up this character. I'm trying to finish up this character. There's some details I have to finish. The hand I want to try to redo a little bit before I, finalize it. The wall just needs a little bit of tightening up in the back. I want to keep it relatively loose, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's just a background element that she's leaning up against, so I'm not super concerned about it. Then there's a couple things like, highlighting on the face, highlighting on the in spots, and yeah, mostly the hand. And I think she has like tattoos. I have to go back to the character description that was supplied to me by the client. So we'll kind of do that really quick too. I think she has some tattoos. Let's go back here. Come on, where's all the... There we go. She also has like earrings and stuff that I gotta add. I don't see tattoos. Maybe I'm thinking of a different character. It's gold chain. Okay, so there's a couple edits I gotta make. I gotta go back to the character description, just kind of edit it. I went with this like silver everything, but I guess there's some gold mixed in here, so I will fix that too. We'll start there. We'll start with like just kind of going through, fixing a bunch of stuff. I wonder if I should make these gold as well. Pardon my cough. Let's see here. So the gold, I think that's decent enough. Yeah, maybe we can tighten it up a little bit more. I don't want to push the details too hard. I kind of want it to stay relatively looser. So I think to tie in some more gold, I'm actually going to make like the armband gold. Just kind of bring in a little bit of it in spots. Just because it looks kind of random just up there. So I'll make a couple spots also gold. See if we can bring it in a little bit more. Yeah, just by adding like that one gold section, like, because these are supposed to be gold up here, this necklace, you're kind of tying it in a little better. because it didn't really seem to work just being gold right there and then not having anything else. You know, it just didn't thematically seem to mesh with what we were going for. So just bringing it in a little bit in other spots seems to help. Here. One sec. Whoop, that's not what I picked. Where do I go? Here we go. You'd think I'd label them better by now, but no, I'm not going to. The exposure like auto locks to being like way too high. Oh no, my focus is all weird. That's a little better. Zoom in just a little bit. There we go. All right. Cool. We're good. Yeah. So, kind of just bouncing around, adding details and stuff, finishing stuff up. I gotta go back to that description really quick. Finish up a detail here. I think that's fine. Again, like you don't want to like hyperfixate on details too much. Like you want to kind of imply, well, me personally, like I try to imply like what's there. I don't necessarily need to like make exactly what the thing looks like, because the focus is not that. The focus is like the character's face, or like the general composition of everything, you know. So you don't need to be super crazy with the details unless you're into that stuff. If you really like to highlight that stuff, that's just not what I do personally. Ethan on YouTube, thank you so much for stopping by. Looks great. Reminds me a bit of a character I commissioned. Haha. Yeah, similar belt corset for sure. You guys definitely have similar belt tastes. Yeah, the one I'm working on for you is a little different though. Yours has more of a if I'm remembering the character, the one I'm working on is she has more of like a flowy dress kind of thing underneath, right? Potato, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think it's given like player's handbook vibes too, especially with I usually do the watercolor backdrop, but I don't usually do like background elements going into it, and I feel like that is giving me strong like player's handbook vibes for sure. I dig it though. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's looking really good. And yeah, Ethan on YouTube, true, yes, different in a few ways, smaller and with things hanging from it. Yeah, it definitely, I actually, it's also partly me too, like I like to draw like those sash belt things. I feel like it just adds like some dynamic shape. Like it definitely like just, because sometimes people just like have like a belt and it just doesn't feel, like I feel like there needs to be more utility. Favorite art from the New Player's Handbook. I haven't skimmed through the whole book. I've only just seen, I haven't gotten the new book, so I haven't really checked it out. I do personally love the covers. I think the covers are just so good. I know there's been some flack for them, but I think they're amazing. And that artist is just so good. His name's escaping me off the top of my head, but yeah, he's just awesome. He's done a bunch of stuff for them though. Did he do the cover? He didn't do the covers last time, but he did a bunch of illustrations inside the books last time. At least I don't think he did the covers. But yeah, no, he crushed it. It looks so good. If people on Twitch are not seeing some of the message I'm responding to, that's because they're on YouTube as well, and they're not showing up in the overlay. They did when I first installed the whatever it is, the code or whatever, to show chats in a display, but then it's just stopped working, and I have to figure out how to fix that. And I keep forgetting to do it. So I'll read the messages out loud when I see them on YouTube. Ethan says, it's worth a look through. The art's the best part, definitely takes center stage. Yeah, I definitely think the art for at least the last 2 editions, I personally didn't like 4th edition's art. Like, I have some books that somebody gave me of 4th edition, and I just am like, man, like, the art really got upgraded, for sure, in my opinion, personally. And a lot of people talk about how, like, a lot of artists do that style now. And I think that says a lot to, and myself included, that I think that says a lot to how impactful that art style, that era of art, 5th edition and onward, and like Magic the Gathering, like that, like Magic the Gathering's art shifted in like that direction too, that splash arty, but semi-realistic, semi-old school, historical painting art style. They kind of made that shift. And that really set, like, we underestimate how impactful that actually was on like art in general, which I think is really interesting if you think about it. Like, it basically set up a whole new wave of art, from my perspective. And I think that says to like how good it really is. Like, it really is like just fantastic art. Not everything. Sometimes there's some stinkers or whatever, but like whatever. You know, you can't knock them all out of the park. But I definitely think, I just think they crush it. And I would love to do one piece in a book someday. That'd be sick. I don't agree with everything Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro do, for sure. But I'm not gonna say no. Like, if they offer me a gig, I'm not gonna say no, unfortunately. Unless they do some really terrible shit. I mean, you know what I mean. They've done some terrible shit, but like, you know what I mean. Like, if they do some really, I feel like I would probably still take at this point in time, if they were to offer me a gig, I'd probably still take it. It's weird because like you see, like, especially with like AI, right? I feel like that's probably like one of the biggest controversial things they're dealing with. I mean, it's probably not, but like from the art world perspective, right? They keep saying they're never going to use AI, and then Hasbro's like, wait a minute, we're definitely going to use AI, and we're going to make D&D do it too. And like D&D's like, but we don't want to. And then they're like, but you will. And they're like, okay, maybe we will. And then everyone's just kind of going back and forth. That's really crappy, but I don't know. It's weird. It feels like Corpo's like talking through an entity, and I'm not trying to defend them at all. I just like, it definitely feels like corporate greed kind of seeping through into the decision-making process. So, and also like companies like that don't represent, you know, the people that necessarily do the work of making the things, like art directors and stuff. So, you know, if they ever wanted me to do a thing, I'd probably say yeah. You know, that's like been a dream of mine for forever, is to like just do one piece in like a player's handbook or something. To do a cover would be sick too, but I don't think that's pie in the sky. I don't think that's happening, but that'd be sick. All right, let's work on this hand. Let's work on the thing that I love streaming the most, with no sarcasm whatsoever. Me working on hands. Here we go. Well, first I'm going to clean up a little bit of the area around it because I'm noticing a couple things. I'm very messy with my base coating. Lots of spraying. Yeah. Thank you all for coming by the stream. I hope you're enjoying it. Just kind of painting and chatting. We're also on YouTube if you want to check it out there. I also have videos on there as well that go into, you can see full paintings from start to finish, sped up and narrated and stuff. If you want to check those out, that'd be great. Tiny channel, but love what I'm doing. Here, let's look. Yeah, for sure. Like, I've been in some publications. I've done some stuff for Ghostfire Gaming, and I've even done some stuff for Paizo. But yeah, no, I haven't made it to that yet. So we're getting there. We're like orbiting. I'm like orbiting D&D. You know what I mean? I keep doing stuff for stream shows that play D&D. I keep doing stuff for D&D adjacent things. But yeah, no, not them yet. So hopefully soon. All right. I'm gonna lower this here. Make this a little smaller. Gonna bend this finger here. I took a reference of picture of my own hand. I don't know if you can see. Here. Took a reference picture of my own hand because I kind of wanted I want something to be I want something to be a little more fluid. This looked a little too stiff. Mr. Lucius, thank you for joining us on YouTube. Glad you're liking the piece, and good day to you as well. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, we're gonna just kind of, so usually when we paint these hands, I'm just gonna kind of block in the shape here, just kind of, you know, quickly. Not trying to get super crazy accurate, just kind of more getting the general shape of things. We're actually going to, I'm going to do a clipping mask instead of erasing, just in case, as a safety precaution, in case I hate everything about this. But it's also in the way at the moment, so. Like, already I am liking it better, though. Whoa. Okay, here we go. So yeah, we're gonna then... The knife is actually gonna probably have to move too, so that's okay. Let's try the hand first, and then we'll just move the knife. Might actually still work. It's interesting though, right? Because like, I also have had, dreams of like doing like Pokemon cards. I've entered in the contests this year. I didn't unfortunately make it, but I really like the cards I made. But you know, I also, you know, I'd love to do a Magic the Gathering card. I'd love to do Lorcana, like a Lorcana card would be so fun. I have a couple ideas for some, you know, fan art interpretations of those that I want to do. I think this finger is grossly long. Let's see if I can fix that. I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, that's a little better. I'm gonna kind of fix that as well. I think that's too long too. I was talking to my kid, and he was like, this morning, he was like, I want to be a Sonic character for Halloween. And I was like, oh yeah, which one? He was like, Sonic EXE. And I was like, that doesn't sound like a real character. And then, thank you very much, Ethan. I'm glad you think I would deserve to do that. I appreciate it. He said Sonic EXE, and I was like, that sounds like familiar. I was like, but it sounds like a creepypasta. So I looked it up, and it's definitely a creepypasta. And I was like, how did you learn about Sonic EXE? And he said, obviously a friend of his. So, you know, today we basically, I this morning before I went to school, I gave him a quick little lesson in, unfortunately I had to give him a quick little lesson in researching on the internet. Because he was like, my friend has a plushie of it, so it has to be real. And I was like, I was like, unfortunately, that's not exactly how it works. Yeah. So, needless to say, we all learned something. Because I knew it sounded familiar, because I was like, didn't they make some, like, I was like, wasn't there something that somebody made, like a ROM or something like that of like a Sonic game where he was like a murderer or something gross, like something shitty? Well, I guess like a friend of his like has a stuffy of Sonic EXE, which like a stuffed animal of it. So like somebody like went out of their way and like made merch about it, and like, but like, it's hard, right? Because like when you're a kid, if there's merch, like it's pretty official, you know. But like being an adult, you kind of know like people can just kind of like make merch. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty easy to kind of get that made. Oh, so quickly, because I do like to talk about how I do things a little bit. You may already know this if you're an artist and stuff, but like usually you break down things into little shapes. Kind of helps you kind of know what you're doing going into it. Like for hands, it's like kind of knowing like, okay, we have a chunk here, it goes from this knuckle to here. Then we have, that's like one knuckle there, breaks down to here, there's another knuckle, there's the tip. Okay. And then you just kind of do it again, tip, knuckle ish, and then the other knuckle. My issue right now is the fingerless gloves are making the hand look really weird, but that's okay. Like that's still a little weird. Should be spread further apart. I think what happens is I made one finger, and also references help a ton. I took a reference in my own hand and I'm looking at it on my phone to help me kind of like make sure, you know, I'm doing everything as best I can, you know. Am I gonna get it perfect? Probably not. But that's okay. That's totally fine, you know? Oh, I know why that's looking weird. It's because this finger is still there. I was like, why is this looking so crappy? Like That's a little better. The hand underneath the hand on the other layer was really messing with me. Alright, so let's see if I can fix some of that. Okay, go back to my reference. All right. Oh, wrong layer. See if I can do this. Just move this a little bit. It's gonna get weird for a sec. Sorry, guys. Erase this. Okay. All right. just gonna redo this finger because it's just not right. All right, let's start again. This finger is good. Thumb is good. Where it is. Say we have our knuckle here. Dark Vlogger, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. It's been a bit. When we're working on Rogue Tiefling, you are correct. We are currently working on the hand of a Rogue Tiefling. Almost done with the Rogue Tiefling. But trying to do just like a slightly better hand than the last one. So, we're working on it. The first hand was a little too robotic. Looked very stiff. It was like just this. So I'm trying to, I took a reference picture of my own hand doing a more interesting pose, like twirling. So I'm trying to do that. But, you know, taking a little longer than I wanted to. That's okay. Honestly, I think where I'm getting tripped up the most is the fingerless gloves. And I gotta, like, stop looking at those. And like focus strictly on like painting the finger and then add the gloves later. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like, I don't always have a hard time with hands. I think it depends. Like, this one's kind of weird. A weird conjoint, like a weird, like, disjointed kind of looking one. So it's a little harder to break down into the simple shapes that you kind of need. But we'll get there. This might take a little longer than I want. I hate streaming this process. I hate streaming this process. I feel like it adds so much weird pressure. Like, I think I'm just gonna move on from it because it's not coming out how I want it to. You arrived at just the right time. It's so gnarly. It's just not looking right. I'm about to just say fuck it and go back to the original hand because I drew it right the first time, but I just didn't love it. And I'm just like, you know what? I love it more than this. This is rancid looking. Well, it's weird because it's like, I feel like with like enough like massaging and like moving stuff around and adjusting, it'd be good. It would be fine. That's kind of how I approach hands typically, is like you just kind of like keep messing with it until you get like the right form. But I don't think that's good like streaming material. I don't know. Oh, it's so bad though. All right. I'm gonna mess with it for like a couple more minutes. And if it's just not working right, I'll just go back to it later. Because there's other aspects I gotta finish. Like I can see it getting there. But like I can also see flaws. Like I can be like, okay, well, this finger needs to be more separate. But then when I do that, it gets like needs more chunk over here. Just funny, it's like I keep fucking up the placement. That's like about right. It's just not clean. People leaving the stream because they're like, this guy's just been messing around with the hand for like half hour. Oh man. All right. It's fine. I'm a hack. I don't know how to do art. I think we got there. Just right here, it was looking a little off the right angle. All right. We at least got like the blocking of it right, and I'm willing to move on. So let's add. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you dig it. Yeah, no, I've been, I have a map that I've been working on that I kind of put off for a while. That's for one of the board games I'm working on. But I'm also doing like an art gallery in November, and I wanted to make the map a part of that gallery. So now I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should finish that. So then I made a little bit of progress on it. I actually got really great feedback from Devin Rue, which was like super insightful and awesome. She's super kind, and she seemed to dig the map overall for sure. And she gave me some good feedback about like placements of stuff. And she gave like really great insight, which was helpful. So I got to go back and make those edits for sure. And then just kind of wrap that up, and then we got that, and then the gallery's done. Yeah, no, she's so cool. She's super helpful too, and like just very kind. And I'm really grateful that she, you know, took the time to take a look at it and give me some really good feedback. But that's like what I love about art. It's like it's very rare that like you can, how am I gonna word this? Like, I feel like art is so varied in terms of like what people do that like you can try to work on a thing and then all of a sudden this like very well-known, renowned person that works in that aspect that you're trying to work on can give you good insight. Like there's, I don't know, I feel like I'm not wording it well. I explained it better when I was talking about it the other day. But essentially, like, I was making a map, and an artist that I happen to have, like, in circles that I also am in, happens to be a cartographer. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that's very cool. I think that's really interesting about art. There's always aspects to art that you can learn from and like from other people, which I think is very fascinating. I don't know, I'm still... Yeah, I mean, as rare as it is, like the art community supporting each other, it's cool when they do, you know, like it's, I feel like it's something that if done more often can really have huge impacts. Like what's going on with AI right now, it's like you're seeing, you know, you're seeing a lot of support from the community at large. And it's making, it's still, you know, an impossible task that's going on, but it's definitely making waves and having an impact, you know. I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna go back. I don't like that hand. I don't know. I can't. I'm just gonna paint this one. This one's good enough. So yeah, I'll just go back to that. It's unfortunate because, but I gotta cut my losses here. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Alright. Nah, I just deleted it. Fuck it. I'm not sleeping on it. This shit needs to get done today. I have Ethan, who was talking earlier, who was watching on YouTube. I got his to finish. I got a couple commissions as well to finish. This is my last one that was for September that I was doing. Well, there's technically another one. A person ordered 3 commissions and they started in September and they kind of bled into October. This one was kind of first week of October kind of thing, but I counted it as a September commission. So I'm trying to wrap this one up today so I can get that print out for them. And then I got one more character for this person that ordered 3 characters. And then one for Ethan, who was here earlier watching on the YouTubes. Now I think I'm just gonna keep this hand post because I don't hate it either. It's just not like, you know, it's kind of stiff. I don't know. Maybe when I paint it, it won't be as stiff. But I'm gonna kind of go through and finish everything else up because she has like earrings and stuff. I'm spending too much time on that hand. And I kind of knew that was gonna happen too. Like, I don't know. Just add a couple. They said you can kind of do whatever you want for the ears. I kind of keep it relatively simple. Oh man, that was like a half hour of my life I'll never get back, you know? Oh man, it's just like, you know, it just doesn't work sometimes. So they mentioned tattoos. I don't really have any ideas for tattoos. I think I'm just gonna do some like shapes. Like I don't want to go like tribal, but like I don't know enough about the character's like backstory to like do anything more than just, you know, obscure. Yeah, no, man. It's weird. Like, I always tell myself, I was like, no, I don't want to be that trope where, like, hands are the bane of an artist's existence. But in that case, that was weird. You know, I don't usually have that big of a struggle with hands. That was just bad. Had a lot of people watching, and then it dropped off. They were like, this guy's spending way too much time with his hand. That's not entertaining. I get it. I feel like I should do a social media post, be like, I'm all done drawing the hand, you can come back now. I've abandoned the hand. Oh yeah, you've been losing 2 days worth of dev stuff. On dev stuff, I mean. Can I ask you what you're working on, or am I not? Are you not at liberty to say? I don't want you breaking an NDA or anything like that. So you can be vague too if you. Media manipulation between two apps that don't interface well together. The methods in place for the two apps to communicate are buggy as fuck. It sounds like working with Adobe products, dude. Like, my favorite thing about Adobe is, this is all sarcasm, is in Adobe you can click, hold, and drag stuff from, say, like Illustrator to Photoshop, and it'll import it. But sometimes it'll just make the program crash because it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's too much information for it to process or something. I don't know. But it shouldn't, but it does all the time. It's really annoying. And it's just like, man, y'all hype these programs up to be working so well together, and yet they're impossible to work together. Your cries are like music. Yeah, no, that sounds like something. Sounds like something I never want to know what it's like. You know, like I don't want to experience that. I don't wish that upon anybody. Well, good luck in figuring all that out, and good luck to your coworker. Hope they figure that out too. Just want to go back to what they wrote about it. Wrote about their character and see if there's anything I missed before I try to wrap this up. Goal changer. Yep, got that. You know what? I kind of want to include down here. Maybe not there. Here. I actually liked it lower, I think. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. A little bit of that blue in the background into this piece a little more, just to kind of tie it in just a wee bit more. Pictures look pretty cool. Alright, so I'm thinking I might do like a little pass like tonight on like that hand one more time, but I'm feeling like this is pretty much done. I'm feeling pretty good about it, so. Add our signature in there, just why is that so? Why is the opacity? What is that all about? That's why my brush strokes have been such a pain in the ass to work with. The flow got all messed up. Yeah, I'm super happy with the angle too. Like I didn't know how well that would work. I was worried it would look like, you know, like some 90s pop album artwork, but I dig it. It came out really good. Yeah, I'm gonna call that done. I'm gonna just kind of maybe take one more pass over it, look for anything, but yeah, no, I'm liking it a lot. So yeah, we're gonna stop the stream there. Thank you all so much for coming by the stream. We'll be back. I might do Tuesday again. I think Monday streams are hard just because it's like, you know, it's starting the week. It's like, but I do miss doing Pokemon Monday streams, doing Pokemon streams. So I don't know. We'll see. Check the schedule at patreon.com/creativeoutpouring. You can follow it for free if you aren't already. I can follow it for free or for paid tiers. I'd appreciate it either way. Thank you all so much for coming by. And yeah, I'll be back next week. Thank you all, and have a great rest of the day. See ya.